Welcome back, Shells. And I'm going to reiterate, don't feel bad at all for asking that question. Perfectly natural question. Listen. Now we are getting into the mind of what it is. Okay. Now we are getting into the mind of what. He's coming on now. Yeah, bro. All right, listen, I've got some questions for you. Thanks for coming back. Rasta, what's good? Poverty. Was poverty a feature of your life?
I think in terms of where I was living, 100%, man. The state, me growing up in the state, man. Like if I were to have grown up in a house, it would have been a lot better, man. But the fact that I grew up in the state and I saw other gang members on the state, like I remember, like sometimes when I used to go up with my mum, and we used to go up like to our friend's house, which was on the 5th floor. When we used to go up through the stairs, we used to see, like I used to walk past them, and there'd be like 10 of them on the staircase smoking, and the whole thing stunk. And I remember just so scared, just having to walk past all of them on the staircase, and just seeing that, like no young boy should see that. No young boy should see that, man. See people there and have to walk past a group of gangsters smoking weed. And that same group of gangsters, me walking past, that ended up becoming me. Me being on the staircase and people intimidated having to walk past, man. I'm telling you, man, it's this, yeah.
Do you think that poverty had an influenced your decision to do what you did? Was it the money, or was it the camaraderie, or was it both?
I think for me it was the the camaraderie. I think the acceptance for me. It wasn't really about the money, because I was 13. I didn't really need money, but there's a lot of people out here, man. When people are stepping out with nice garms, you see nowadays, like people got the nice designer clothes and the £1,000 Gucci bag or the Moncler jacket, and people are just like, man, I need to get my hands on that. And then they go home and they're like, Mum, can I get something for £20? And Mum's like, no, you don't have enough money. And then imagine you can't even get something for £20, and your mates are out here rocking a £1,000 bag, and you're gonna be thinking, nah, I need to get my hands on this money by any means. And it's just it's a matter, a lot of times, a matter of like covetousness. They're just greedy, like it's not a matter of greed, but it's a matter of like competition, man. Like social media has a really big impact, seeing all these people with the designer, and it makes you feel less than. When you're in that materialistic mindset, it's easy to feel worthless, and to feel like, oh, because I don't have clothes like this guy has more worth than me. This guy gets more girls than me. This guy is more of a man than me. And you step outside, and your shoes got creases in it, and you see your friend, yeah, they got like their £1,000 jackets and all that. It's just it's very tempting to try do it on your own and get to that level by any means, man.
All right. So this is the big question.
Mm-hmm.
How did you end the cycle? How did you get out?
How did I get out, man? Well, like I said, man, as I told you before, I'm in the church and all that, and I have faith in Jesus, and I believe that has the big part to play with my one, also the help of my mother, with the police. But like, as my story, I remember like during the time, like I said, my mum was calling the police every single day. And it got to a point where I don't know how she was able to do it, but she managed to get restriction. That's it. I think I was not arrested, but stopped with some of them. We were stopped. So now they could identify who I was hanging around with, and she managed to get her hands on a referral order. So she got, I mean, not referral order, so restricting order. That's it, restricting order.
All right.
Restricting order. So yeah, she managed to get her hands on a restricting order, so they couldn't come near me.
Okay.
So like you got a letter saying if you come near him, you'll get 1,000. And at the time, I was thinking, Mum, what are you doing? You're making me like a snitch. But at that time, they kind of needed me. They needed a young G to carry the knives and carry this and that. So they tried to kind of put up with it. But it got to a point, it was like, nah, man, I'll be hanging out with them. Police will just be showing up. And it's like, nah, this guy's too hot to hang around with. So I ended up making a new bunch of friends who were still in the gangs, were still robbing and doing all this stuff. And this is when I started selling drugs, man. And now I was selling drugs for this guy for a long time. And when I mean, it was so sad, it got to the point where I couldn't even eat, because every 5 minutes the phone would ring to sell drugs. Every 5 minutes. I remember my mum would cook me a plate of food. And as soon as I'm about to eat it, the phone starts ringing. And I go out and I come back and it's cold. And when I mean, it was so, like, I got so skinny. Even the crackheads were telling me, "Hi, you're skinny, man. You need to put on some weight." I'm telling you, it's the truth, man. Even the fact that they were telling me I'm skinny, that should mean something, man. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that's so like it got to a point where, man, as soon as I came home from school, all I had a chance to do was change my clothes. I didn't get to wash. I didn't get to sit back. You know what I'm saying? Just play a bit of my game. Straight away, my whole life was taken over. And because this guy was older than me, I was scared to say no, man. I was scared to leave. I was scared. I didn't know what to do because I was such a young boy. If I was older and around their age, I'd be like, listen, man, I'm on next thing. And they can't tell me anything. But because I'm a little boy, imagine having a 30-year-old boy or 40-year-old boy who's literally just a child, man, and you're a big grown man. You could twist that boy's mind in ways that you didn't even think you could be twisted. You could have that boy in the palm of your hand. And that's exactly what he done, man. He made me feel like he was my friend. He made me feel like he had love for me, like, oh yeah, you're my friend, this and that. And the whole time he was using me and I couldn't even see it. But yeah, man, I was selling drugs from morning to night. It got to the point where police were doing operations on me. I could see it. Like, I used to see police cars on the estate near my house and no one inside. So I think that's dodgy. And I remember one time I went out my window to go and sell some drugs, and I looked up in one of the windows and there was someone spying on me through the curtains. And as soon as they saw me, they closed the curtain straight away. And that's when I realized, nah, these guys are onto me. Like, my time is running out, man. And yeah, man, I'll see sometimes just police walking past my house. I think they were even taking pictures behind, like, of my, like, outside of my room, like, just taking, like, because I used to live, it was crazy, man. Like, they were closing up on me. So yeah, man. Yeah, my mum's, so now I'm with this guy. I'm selling drugs for this guy, and eventually again, my mum gets she saw this guy's moped parked outside, like, the house one time, like, and she took the registration number and put a restricting order on him. So now it was kind of getting hard to hang around me, you know what I'm trying to say? And at this time, man, I was so I remember one time I went to church with my mum. This is around the time, and it was just like, I remember I went to church with my mum one time, and I even had to get permission of this guy to go to church. So then I go now, and during the thing, the guy's calling me. Like, during the sermon, during the pastor's preaching, the guy's calling me. Where are you, man? Come. And I was just like, I didn't really want to go then, but I felt so scared and so anxious that I just had to tell my mum, come, and I was just nagging her. I wasn't even non-stop, just kept tapping and pushing her, come, let's go now. So then eventually we had to walk out in the middle of the church, man. It was like shameful for my mum. Must have been very shameful, because I came in stinking of weed. I came in, just, I'm saying, looking rough, man. And other people were laughing, you know what I'm saying, and all that. It was crazy, like. And we walked out in the middle of service, and yeah, and
people laugh at you in church, man. You know?
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, man. It's fake, man. Like, a lot of the times, you know, they rather, they care about their own children, and when they see other people's children, they laugh. So so we're going on the way back now. She's driving me home, and I remember she was saying that, Jamie, why are you doing this to me? Why? And I remember I was just like, for the first time, the shell was broken. And I broke down, man. I broke down. I was just like, I don't want to do this. I don't like this anymore. Like, I don't want this life. Like, I'm being forced. Like, and for the first time, I started crying. I just broke down, and my mum, her eyes were open. a whole perspective. She had like, she thought I loved this. She thought this is what I wanted to do. And once I broke down her whole mind, like towards me, she started showing me more love. She started being more caring, more comforting, more understanding, more patient. Before she was just Jamie, stop. But after, she just gave me love, and even that helped me so much. Even though I was in the gangs and all that, the fact that even though I still was still in drugs at that time because I was scared, she still loved me. She still comforted me. She still it was amazing, man. It was amazing. She just, like, her whole perspective was changed once I broke down, and she realized he doesn't really want to do this. He's being forced. And that's when she started being more protective and started, yeah, man, just doing so much stuff, man. And it really helped me out, man. It really helped me out. And it meant so much to me, man. And I believe if I didn't even go to church that day, I believe, man, that whole situation wouldn't even happen, because I wouldn't have come back and started crying and bro, it wouldn't have, I would just carry on selling my drugs. And yeah, man, I remember, like, after that, man, I remember for the first time, after that whole situation, for the first time, I remember I prayed, and I was just like, because I just felt like all hope was lost. I tried to picture I tried to imagine like a future, a different life, and I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't, like, my mind, my imagination was literally blank. So I literally, I remember praying to God. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I was just like, God, please help me. Please help me. Please give me a different life, man. And then, yeah, man. And after that, man, eventually, like, the drug selling started getting slower and slower and slower. Like, he would find it hard to get hold of drugs. And before you know it, I was barely going out as much. And then these times I was doing boxing, and before you know it, now it's time to move house. So now my mum is searching everywhere, all day, every day. She's searching everywhere.
By the way, just don't say where, bro.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And she's just searching for houses everywhere. Yeah, she's trying to protect her son now. She see that she was trying to protect the whole time, but now she understands that, like, my heart. So now she's searching for houses everywhere, all day. And eventually we found the right house, man. We even got we got like a big amount, man, like in the thousands, like taken off, because we couldn't even afford it, man. But by the grace of God, man, I say, we got so much money taken off the house, like even in the tens of thousands, man. And so we couldn't even afford it initially, but we got it now. And when I mean, man, like, this house, like, I remember having a bed that was I remember having a bed, and the bed was literally broken. I used to scrape my leg on the metal. I remember, because I used to be jumping in and out of my window, and like there was like grass outside my window, and I used to get mud on my bed. And because I used to get mud on my bed, it got to the point my bed was like, I think my mattress had bugs. It was infested with bugs, man. I always used to be getting bitten, man. I'm telling you, like every night, man, I'll be getting bitten, and like it was rough. And now I moved houses, and my mum got me, I got the nicest room out of all of us now. And my mum gave me a nice king size bed. And literally, man, like my life, like, is literally just been upgraded, man. And life, like, and I no longer live in a state. I now live in a nice neighborhood. And it's just like, my whole quality of life has changed, my whole perspective. I even have a garden. Like, I never had that before. I never had that. It's just like, man, yeah, man, God is good, man. My life is just
Tell me, how's your mom?
My mom now, she's happy, man. She's so happy. All the shame that was put on her, man, is turned into like glory. Rejoicing, man. Like, all the people who were laughing at her children, their children are now like not doing as good, you know what I'm trying to say? And now it's like she's got the last laugh, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, not trying to say like in a revenge way, but I'm saying like all her shame, man, it got turned the other way around now. Like, instead of me coming to church stinking like weed and being a laughing stock, I'm now on the stage preaching. I'm now on the drums every Sunday. yeah, playing the drums. So my mum is just so happy. She's just so happy and so pleased with me, so pleased. And I'm so happy, man. I've got to rekindle that relationship with my mum, and yeah, man, seriously, man, I really love my mum, and she really had a big part to play in it, man.
Do you know what I want to do? I want to get your mum on the show, you know.
Yeah.
Just let her know. We'll talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna, yeah.
It'd be good to get a parent's perspective on
Mm-hmm.
how she dealt with this and the psychological, emotional, mental
Yeah.
journey that she's been on. I'd love to know. But
Mm-hmm.
I've got some, man, you're just getting too many compliments. It's not fair. In effect, what you're saying is I've got out partly because I just prayed and I just let go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you some reflective questions. The less words you use, try to use as little word as possible.
Okay.
So I'm going to just start with a couple of words, which is a statement that you're going to make.
Mm-hmm.
You just answer the question. Take your time to think about the answer. Yeah.
Okay.
I was.
I was what? I'm great. I'm confused.
But I'm going to say I was. That's what you'd be saying. And then I want you to finish the statement. I was.
With the gangs.
Yeah?
Okay.
No. Okay, so for example, you say, I want you to think about the question. This is something I do with people I interview sometimes, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to say much. So we know that you were with the gangs, but if I say to you, finish the statement, I was, you could say, I was oppressed.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever you say, but you don't have to describe it, but see an answer. I was.
Hopeless. Yeah, man.
I am.
Free. Literally free and at peace.
I need.
I need God, man. Need God, man.
I will.
Help others.
I will never.
I will never go back. Never go back.
Let's change it up a little bit. Guys, I hope you are following Jay. I want you to consider how your service that you work for can use his experience. Peer-to-peer mentoring is just gold upon gold. It's gold and diamonds mixed together. It's really hard to... Jay, tell us what you're doing with yourself now.
To be honest, I ain't really doing anything right now, man. Like, I'm looking for opportunity. I'm looking because right now, like, I have a plumbing diploma, but I haven't, like, it's kind of hard to find an apprenticeship and hard to, like, opportunities without much experience. And it's just like, so I just, to be honest, be looking for any sort of opportunity, man, right now. Yeah.
Guys, look, I'm doing some work with Jay. There's a couple things in the pipeline. Jay doesn't belong to anyone but himself. Connect, because let me tell you, you can't find this. I am so fortunate to have met you. Yeah, you can't find people like you. How can it be of use to your service? You need to. Everybody listening needs to answer that question. Do Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Wait, sorry. I didn't know you were gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, so I will hear.
No, I was just going to ask you. Did you have any questions at all?
Um, uh, concerning like, actually, no, I don't think I have much questions, man. Not much questions.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. So we've got a little bit of time. So guys, did you have any questions that you want to ask Jay? They're about 10 seconds behind you.
Oh yeah.
You know, 10, 15 seconds. Somebody's going to be hitting you up. I'm a lived experience consultant. Your story is gold dust. Yeah. So Azariah Hope. I mean, yeah. People are sending you friend requests. And you know, guys, he's on he's on TikTok. You're on TikTok. Tell us about your TikTok channel.
Yeah, my TikTok channel, man. To be honest, like it's quite faith based, man. It's very like faith based with my TikTok and yeah, man. Just trying to reach young boys and people like in problems and all that. And yeah, man. But like I said, man, just pretty much really faith based and about my faith in Jesus, obviously, and yeah, man. So it's quite a lot of stuff up there.
Yeah, and also your journey off the road as well.
Yeah, and some experiences and warning other people in the roads and you know, like for example, I did one on like a famous rapper. He was a drill rapper, and his name was SJ, and just give an example of why you shouldn't go down that path and what happened to him. He was a famous rapper, and he was a footballer first. And it kind of showed his life story, how he went from being a footballer to a rapper to in prison for life. And yeah, man, yeah, did quite well. And yeah, man, I got quite a lot of good feedback on that one. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whilst I'm going to ask you the next question, can you put your TikTok details in the chat?
Yeah.
All right. Go up. Somebody will be hitting you up here. We are invested in your growth, is what we've been told as well. What message would you give to those who are still in the gangs? Finish typing before you make a mistake.
Yeah. My message I'll give them is there's hope, man. There's hope and there's help out there, man. But I think the main message is if you want a new life, there's hope, man. There's hope.
Yeah. Someone, Rasta Angel, is saying, please be a motivational speaker for young people out there who have been through what you've been through and let them know there is light in the end of the tunnel. And guys, if you know of any schools, teachers that would be interested in this, they do have a budget for special educational needs or prevent work. Please, yeah, either let me or Jay know. Hook us up. I'm not making anything out of this. I'm just being clear. I just want to see this message get out there. So that's why you can message me and I'll pass it on. There is always help. It takes a village, and you have one always. So you've got people on your side, man. And most of these are social workers and social work student 40. What's happening? Most of them are social workers, social work students. And I think it's been touching. You nearly cracked a tear in my eye today. I ain't gonna lie. I had to hold that back. I want to thank you for joining tonight. We're done now, but there's more to come.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
We've got a couple of projects to get our teeth into.
Yeah, right.
Oh, hold on. Please, Curtis, can you give me your link so I can give it to my daughter as she is learning? She is a learning mentor for young people who have been expelled from mainstream schools and have to go to learning centers. Can you give me your link? You can message me. I think you can message me direct. Yeah, do that. I think this podcast will be really good to hear, to show how young. The comments won't stop coming, you know. Man, it won't stop coming. I mean, wow. yeah, I just appreciate the time you took out today.
Thank
You've
you. Thank you for having me on, man.
I've never had so many compliments for someone on the show. Really. So yeah, it's a testament to. It's a lot of energy coming your way. Put it that way. You know what I mean? So people are saying, look, don't stop. You're on the right. You're on it. You're on the money with this. And you know that. But it's good to know that people have got your back like that.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah.
Jay, I don't know. You might want to say something to the audience. I don't know. I'll before we wrap up.
Yeah, man. I'm just here I'm here to help, man. I'm here to help. I just got like a lot of. I'm saying I got a lot to say, but I just didn't like have the right opportunities. You know what I'm saying, or the right connections. You know what I'm saying. So I just took it to myself. I went on TikTok and just been expressing myself on TikTok. But it's nice to see that there's people here to help and give me opportunities and help me to speak to young people and people going through it, because it's nice to hear someone who's their own age, saying it. Because a lot of the times when people used to come to the school speaking about gangs, man, it'll be people who are like triple my age, and I can't relate with you. I'm trying to say, like your time back then is different from how it is now. So like they'll be talking about, oh yeah, I used to be in gangs. When you used to be in gangs, people used to be wearing baggy jeans and big t-shirts, and times have changed, man. Times have changed, and it's good to have someone who's around the same age as them, who can relate to them, who knows what life is like, who knows this new social media era, who yeah, man, it's just good to have someone around their age, man, who can relate. And I'm just happy that obviously it's you guys are willing and eager to help, and I'm eager to take part, man, and willing and definitely, man, I'm here to help, man. I'm here to help, seriously. Yeah.
Listen, appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, man.
This show will not end because they won't stop. But guys, love you. Listen, tomorrow we are on LinkedIn Live. Okay, so you have to get a LinkedIn account, especially if you're a social worker, and we're going to be talking about anxiety in social work and how we manage it. My friend Lisa Ann and I will be having a very frank conversation about this tomorrow. So join my LinkedIn Live. If not, I'll put the details in my stories later today. So yeah, remember, we're moving away from Instagram into LinkedIn. Okay, that's where you all professionals need to be, because that's where you're going to make the most noise. Oh my gosh, look, they won't stop. I'm gonna cut you off, man, because they're just not even giving me no love. No, but you know, yeah, guys, get your LinkedIn account set up now. Follow the Social Work Race. Jay, maybe you'll be there. I don't know, but we've got a lot of stuff to do, and I just want to thank you. I don't have to end the show, but I'm just saying thanks.
Yeah, thank you too, man. Thank you for having me on, man. It means a lot, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
It's an honor. Yeah. God bless everyone. I'm just gonna switch it off now. Take it easy.
All right, see you, man. See you.
Yeah.